This is where Tamra drops it.
I feel that Tamra completely set up this entire situation without Shannon and Gretchen really realizing it. Shannon jumps on the bandwagon very quickly.
Shannon is so excited about this. She's like, see, Gretchen, see, Katie's not your friend. Katie's not your friend. See, I told you so. You're going to drop her, right?
Shannon's like, we're going to find this out. I was like, oh, Columbo Beador is on the case.
We gonna stir it up and do things our way. So if you wanna move, get out of our way.
Hola.
Laissez les bon temps rouler.
I'm OC level worldly. I don't know what that means.
means let the good times roll. It's the motto of New Orleans.
With French, I can pronounce like the fancy brands, but I don't actually understand French. So.
Oh, you poor thing. Well, I mean, I should have taken Spanish in high school and college. That would probably do me better here in the Western United States. But I took French. So anyhow, real quick, before we get started, I do want to say a sincere thank you to NBC Peacock for finally listening to the people and getting rid of those automatic plays of some random shows that would start up at the end of an episode of whatever you were watching. And then because you didn't want to watch it, but so you'd have to be on the mark and just immediately hit cancel. But if you weren't paying attention, that show would automatically start to play. And then it would be stuck and you're continue watching literally for months because you couldn't delete it. I have one sitting, like, I'm so happy they finally got rid of that. And so now, like, finally my end of episode anxiety can start to wane. Although I'm still sitting there going, oh God, oh no, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
You mean you didn't enjoy watching 7 minutes of flipping out Melbourne?
Well, no, I would enjoy that. It was like I didn't want to watch whatever, like this. I didn't want to watch the Biggest Loser episodes, like repeat episodes or so.
It's the whole network. It's the whole umbrella Yeah.
It would be so they would like. I was like, why would you think I would want to watch this? Like, if they gave me Flipping Out Melbourne, hello, I would totally watch that. But like, they're not giving me international shows. Like, if they all of a sudden put like the Real Housewives of Melbourne, I'd be like, hello, give me some more of that Gina. I forget her last name, but I love her. We've talked about her before. But like,
she follows. No. What's her Gina? Oh my! I'm insulted. I feel like I'm insulting her. Gina Liano.
That's it. Yes, Gina Liano. I knew it was like Italian, but yeah, Gina Liano. She's like, talk about like a top tier housewife. That woman was a top tier housewife. Oh my gosh, dude! Like, oh, I love that show. Anyway, but we're not talking about that show. We're talking about the top tier housewives of Orange County.
So. Real Housewives of Orange County. And this episode, well, they're in New Orleans. Yay.
Still in New Orleans. I have to say, I got a little tidbit from friend of the podcast. She's been a guest on the podcast on the astrology episodes that we were doing last year. Dahlia Bradshaw, aka Bravo Bitch Fest on TikTok. And she is from Mississippi, but she lived in New Orleans for a while, worked in the hospitality industry. And she left me a voice note. And she was like, I was just watching New Orleans. And she's like, and they get on that trolley. She's like, they literally are like just a few blocks away from that French market. And she's like, she's like, they're like 2 blocks away from the French market. I get on my like Google Maps app and I like do it. That was a 5-minute trolley ride they were on. 5-minute trolley ride. That's it. So, that's all it was.
Setting up a season's worth of drama.
Exactly. Like, I was like, did they actually maybe ride that longer, like back and forth or something like that, just to like get more stuff in there?
They could have. They absolutely could have. And the way it's filmed, the angle, I remember, I wouldn't have a sense of direction. They just up and down. There's a TikTok or an Instagram reel somewhere out there of someone in New Orleans just watching Shannon Beador go up and down the same street 10 times.
Well, Because, and Dahlia was saying it in reference, she's like, you must feel this way living in Los Angeles, like watching like TV and films of like them in Los Angeles and be like, they're going the wrong way. That's nowhere near. I was like, exactly. That's how I feel most of the time watching like shows that are based in there. Also, later on when they go to dinner, that place was literally a 5-minute drive from their hotel. I was like, I mean, if I was a real person, I would have just walked. Like, but you know, they're dressed up. They've got heels. I couldn't walk in heels that far. I could barely walk from the car up to that dining room. So you know, I get it, but still,
Yeah.
we know it's all for production. But in the real world, no. Yeah. Anywho.
Well, I mean, it does open on that trolley, and this annoys me. This whole season has been, I think it's the dynamic of the show and two teams. One at the very same time, you have two groups and it's flashing back and forth, and it's hard to keep track of who's in each group because you're literally about to get, and they address it here, Katie having to leave one group to go to the other, and suddenly she's on like basically they might as well just split screen the episode.
Yeah.
Like just have Katie cross over into the other location. But I mean, that's what happened. Gina said she knows what's going on. She said, I split the group up into two. I'm letting Emily take the difficult ones.
I thought it was diabolical and also brilliant. I kind of loved it. I was like, yes, Gina, yes, that you did that.
So in Gina's group, you had Heather, Gretchen,
and Jen.
That's right. Jen. And
I have to write them all down, because otherwise I will forget them.
Oh yeah, it's very team fluid with their filming.
Yeah.
And then so Kate, what is it, Katie? So this is where it's gonna pop off. Shannon apparently refused to film with Katie, refused to go to lunch with Katie on their little outing for beignets because she doesn't feel safe around her.
I don't feel safe. Oh my gosh, get over yourself. I was like, no, stupid.
Here,
I was like, but you feel safe around Tamra? Okay, fine, whatever.
This is where, and it's going to be a big theme this whole episode, is Shannon Beador is morphing into Vicky Gunvalson.
Thank you. That's it.
She thinks
really
she runs this show. She thinks as one of the elders that she can bully these new girls. It's a whole thing. Shannon, especially riding high on last season's fan favorite status, which they build you up to tear you down. She thinks she runs the show, and she's not strong enough. She's not strong enough. Not diabolical enough.
Also, let's get real too. These are ensemble shows. No one housewife is strong enough to run a show. Like, that's not what happens on these shows. You are always a part of an ensemble, and it's always fluid, and it always is at least 2 to 3 housewives who are the strongest each season, who are kind of like guiding storylines. So like, deal with it.
I'm waiting for Shannon to yell at Katie, "Get off my show."
Jax Taylor.
Yeah. Or Vicky. Vicky used to say that at reunions, "Well, get her off my show." I'm waiting for Shannon to yell. Did I say Shannon yelled at Vicky? I meant Shannon yelled at Katie, just in case. I'm getting a lot of E names. So yeah, that's you got it.
Yeah,
you got it.
I get
it. So yeah.
Yeah, I did think it was funny when they were in the car, Shannon, Emily, and Tamra. You know, Tamra's pulling her thing that she's really good at of like kind of being old fun Tamra, like, because they were talking, you know, because Emily can be fun, and she's like, when's the last time you got laid? You know, was it John Jansen? Yeah, it was John Jansen.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, you know, about the like, let's get you a prostitute, you know, let's get you laid. And that's what Tamra was saying, and you could see Shannon trying not to give into the fun that she used to have with Tamra. And I was like, And there was a part of me that was like, just give in, just have fun with her. Yet I also know, because I can be a stubborn bitch like that too, of like, I'm not going to give you what you want, like just for this. But at the same time, I'm also kind of like, but that's the way you can manipulate Tamra Judge, though. Give her what she wants or what she thinks she wants, but as long as you don't actually give her what she really wants, which we see later on.
Yeah.
You know? That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Gretchen is going to be working on Tamara too, she claims in this moment. She says the Bible, last week she said the Bible does not command her to forgive Tamara. That it says if someone keeps the Bible doesn't say forgive someone who keeps attacking you. You have to protect yourself. Now Gretchen is working on forgiveness.
Now the Bible tells her to forgive.
Yeah.
Like, the Bible, it's full of contradictions, right?
Yeah.
Think of that. Oh, what the heck? Again, I said it at the beginning of the season. I'm here for the hypocrisies. And so I need to stand by that. Well, okay. When Shannon's, I'm just going to say Shannon's group. When Shannon's group goes to Cafe du Monde and they get the beignets, of course, then Tamara waxes all sentimental that she had just been there 4 weeks before with Teddy and Bronwyn, of all people.
That was so random. That was so random. This is not Bronwyn from Salt Lake. Bronwyn with Dr. Deb for the mom. The
Bronwyn Wyndham Burke.
Yes.
Yeah. With the gazillion children, who is
now a lesbian who lives in Nashville.
Oh, she's in Nashville now? Okay.
Yeah. She moved to Nashville.
Okay. Yeah. But I did think it was smart that they didn't eat there because it's so loud and it's so crowded there. So then they went to, I think it's Jackson Square Park to eat. That was much better. And yeah, I just, I don't even give a shit about the whole, like, well, actually, Emily confronts Shannon about the rolling on Jen, like being like, don't roll on me or whatever. And I was like, I don't know if that was said. I could totally see Shannon saying that and then forgetting that she even said that, but also being like, don't you dare roll on me.
What if Shannon's, because we know Shannon's not sober. No. She's drinking. She's starting. What if she has now moved her late night drunk dials to Katie? Katie's become the
You mean Jen? Jen, because she told Jen not to roll on her.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Wait.
It's okay.
So, yeah. I was those two. What if no? But just her team, the people, because now she has these newbies, these kind of weaklings. She needs an ally, Shannon. What if, and they're new, so they don't know she can mold them into her like personal therapist. Maybe they're getting those calls now.
Maybe.
That was very possible. That was such a Vicky performance. That's what made me think of it in the confessionals when they ask Shannon here about, what do you mean roll? She's like, roll what? What is she talking about? What? It was very Ramona, very Vicky. I was waiting for her to yell, get a job. Do you work? Like, I mean, that's what I mean. She's putting on a show here.
Yeah. It comes back later, so I want to mention it. But when Tamra when Tamra is like apologizing to Shannon for how she acted last year, like it was a nice moment when Shannon was like, this is why I don't trust you. And like, let's go back. And she said it, you know, she didn't get super emotional. She wasn't yelling at Tamra. And like, that was a nice moment that they had. But Tamra's like apologizing again. And she's like, I can see why you would feel that way. But then she's like, you know, now like I saw myself and I didn't like what I saw. And now I barely drink. And I was like, and you won't see me. I only have one drink now and you won't see me wasted ever again. And I just was like, not even knowing what happens at the end of this episode at that point, I was like, this is it. This is like peak Tamra. Like she sounds so sincere. She's so convincing. She's so convincing, but she always proves that you cannot trust this shit.
Mhm.
She always proves it. Like, I was like, I don't trust it. Like, but she's so good at like acting sincere and like just convincing you in that moment. Like, Shannon was buying it, even though like you could tell she didn't want to buy it. She was buying it. Emily was buying it.
Mhm.
They were all buying it for that moment. I just was like, oh no. But I'm glad it started to deteriorate just like hours later, as opposed to like months later.
Yeah, this was
sense.
same day. This was
Yeah.
that was such a gift for Tamra to say that at that moment. And hours later, they could have started the episode with the meltdown. I love when they do those. That's the sign. When they start with the end, or a season, the end, and then it's like, this is how we got here. That's how you know it's good. And it started with screaming and the restaurant, and then it's like, "Wah, wah, wah. You'll never see me wasted again."
Well.
What was it with Kyle? Kyle's favorite. What was that line? It's hard to believe how we got here today, or we were so happy that day. Little did we know. Those are the moments I love.
So good. I'm just very much, if Shannon and Tamra can coexist, I'm kind of happy with that. Like, I'm like, if like we can just get through the rest of the season without like crazy. I just don't want to like the tension. I agree. Like, the tension last season was just like too much almost. Like, I
think they will. Shannon is someone who always needs allies. She is not. Tamara can take on a whole room of other housewives. Sometimes it doesn't work so well, as we'll see, but she is strong. Shannon always needs an ally. She'll always throw up. That's why she's always like dragging people at her side, or like. So Shannon, at some point, as we're seeing now, as she's switching out who her ally is, just a rotating, she'll always go back at some point.
Yeah, I do think she's kind of weak like that.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice, but I do think Shannon's like
she talks a big talk.
Needy. She's needy.
She's needy like that. I mean, just like I was saying last week, like, I don't think she says that she's fine being single, but she's not really fine being single. And there's those hints, those little like, Freudian slips that she has. And so there's those here, like, yeah, she's it's like an abusive relationship with Tamra.
Yeah.
It's unhealthy and toxic, but whatever. But yeah, I did find it interesting in the other group, Heather's group, that Jen wants to know more about the fatty photo, and then more about that single white female comment. And Heather, the funny thing is that Heather was like, "Oh, well, she didn't say that to me," and then the footage proves otherwise, Heather. Although I can say we don't always remember everything that is said to us like verbatim. So I could see Heather not remembering, not thinking that she said that, just remembering the overall tone of something like that.
Because when they play it back, you see Heather is playing it, but she's not hyping it up. She's kind of like, oh, okay. So maybe it was a meaningless comment to her.
Yeah.
She was kind of not feeding it. Or maybe she just, even if she remembered it, maybe she felt like, well, I didn't play a part in that. I behaved well. So,
I mean, I do wonder how Jen feels now watching it back. If watching Heather, if she can go, okay, well, now I see, if she sees it that way, that Heather was just kind of trying to placate it and just be like, I don't really, she looks different. Whatever. Okay. Let's not talk about something else. I don't care.
There was something else Jen said that I was like, when did they film these confessionals? This was Jen and Gina, and they were both talking about their hesitation to get married again. And Gina was like, I don't know. It would be like if the kids want it, whatever. I've been through so much. And Jen says the same thing. And I'm like, Jen, your storyline to this point has been planning your wedding.
Right? Yeah. I was very confused about that because it was like, what? Again, this is where I do think like Jen's making up a storyline, like, or just like
Mm-hmm.
agreeing just to go. Like, it did, like, I'm just like, I'm like the Miss J gif from America's Husband. I was like, what is this here? I don't like the whole thing. Yeah, you're stressed out about looking right for the wedding and stuff, and like all this, and then you're stressed out about getting divorced again. And I'm just like, why get married? And now you're like, then why get married? Why do you want to get married again? Don't get married.
Do you think the engagement's just for show, or do you think maybe the wedding? Maybe I imagine the engagement is real. I don't know why, but maybe the wedding. She's pretending to be planning this wedding that actually hasn't been set yet, just because it is something she could share about her life.
That could be. I think that's 100% a possibility because I think because I do think that they're engaged. I mean, they're obviously together. They are living together. He's all up in our grill, on the show. So it's like, and I'm all for like, be engaged for 20 years. Who cares? Like, whatever, you do you. But like, if you're that, getting married isn't going to make you feel any better about your relationship. Let's get real here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What else happened? Oh, so then we get, of course, Katie. Katie joins it because remember the girls have been. Shannon kicked Katie out of her group because she feels unsafe. She can't film with her, so Katie has to hop in an Uber and cross town to join the other girls. Literally, Katie basically has to be like, they said I can't sit at their table. You can't eat with us.
She literally took a 3-minute car ride there. She could have walked, but that's not exciting enough. So,
that does, yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, she met them there and that was fine. Like, whatever. But...
Jen caught it though. Jen said to the camera, Shannon manages to coexist with Tamara on this trip. It's unfair to Katie.
I don't disagree. Do not disagree with that. No, I think it's true. What next? I don't know. They had that dog parade, and I wrote, "I truly don't give a shit."
Oh God, that was annoying. The one thing I caught from that was, you know how lately I've been saying like it's the face work. I don't mean age or anything, but the face work. Emily's face work. She's morphing into LVP. If you do a side by side, maybe I'll post one if I remember. You guys should start like
remind him in the comments.
Yeah. Remind me or punish whatever. But with this dog parade, I was like, oh my God, this is like Yulin. Stop Yulin Mardi Gras.
Yep. Oh my gosh. I also loved how like early, like at the beginning of the episode when they're all like getting ready and like Emily's on the phone with the organizer and this woman is like, it's not just a doggy parade. It's the world's largest like dog. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Come on.
Gina had some guts though to admit that she doesn't rescue dogs, that she's like, I have like designer poodles, and she admitted that's why she wanted them. Because I know a lot of these like Beverly Hills style with their designer dogs, and they'll come up with a lie. Well, I have this rare allergy and I needed to.
Heather Dubrow did that on the previous episode with Terry. She was like, you know, we really care and we do think adopting is better, but you know, I have allergy, you do, Ace does, why don't we just give a really large donation to like whatever, and then we get a hyper allergy. And he was like, you just want to like buy a dog and you feel guilty about it. Like, and she's like, well, no. And he's like, yeah, that's what it is. Like, we're all sitting here. Like, we know what that is.
Yeah. Gina didn't try it. She was like, I just want my designer poodles. And I was like, okay.
That's our middle class Long Island queen right there. Like,
yeah.
Love it. I'm all for it. There we go. Chili's.
What else happened there?
Well, then they go to the Voodoo Queen, Bloody Mary. And I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
right.
I
That
was like,
was
now, I was like, this is my kind of trip now. I was like, oh, voodoo? Hello? I was like, oh my gosh.
all that was playing in my head during this was there's this Tom Jones song. It's
Hmm.
probably, I mean, how many Tom Jones songs do you know off the top of your head? And this is a really niche one. I mean, I don't know why I know it. It's called The Witch Queen of New Orleans. It's a spooky disco song. It's
Ooh.
like, she's the witch queen
Oh
of
my
New
God, you guys have to see him
Orleans.
dance.
And it's the weirdest song, and I'm obsessed with it. And when they went there and they called her like the witch queen or the voodoo queen, I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
That's who Tom Jones is like apparently singing about. Oh my God, you dance like Shannon Beador.
It's a disco song, which is even more puzzling. Imagine like a kid's scary Halloween story set to Tom Jones in the 70s on like American bands. I don't know what those were called. Like, it's great.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
Okay. Okay. Gretchen, Tamra, and Shannon leaving, like basically getting kicked out. Like Bloody Mary kicks them out because they're like, oh, you don't want to make these? Like, then you have, like, if you're watching, you're still participating. And so then Gretchen, holier than thou, Gretchen is like, okay, I'm out. It's really more about Gretchen. But I was like, oh, you've got a problem with voodoo, with this. I was like, but I'm sorry, you worship a man who was tortured to death, and then now you eat his body and drink his blood, and you think that's more creepy than some dolls. Okay.
I was thinking about the fact that she has a child out of wedlock. That was where I went with the like proper religious upbringing. I was like, I know you keep calling Slade your husband, but you do have a kid out of wedlock, and you also are kind of the breadwinner, which isn't really super traditional and that. So I was just like, oh.
And the thing is, we're totally fine with having children out of wedlock. Obviously, like I'm like, please don't get married, and like, and not having traditional households. It's just that like, methinks the lady doth protest too much. Like,
and then who was it? Gretchen is followed by Shannon and Tamra. They just both. What were they making, like voodoo dolls? But these
they were making
positive. They were manifestation voodoo dolls.
Yeah.
I would have preferred a punishment scene. I would have been like, dun, 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 dun.
I know. Well, you got to watch American Horror Story for that. You got to go to the right type of voodoo place, and that is not in the French Quarter of New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's when you got to go to the bayou.
Yeah. I mean,
oh my gosh, man! It was like the Gretchen also said. Sorry, she said she didn't want spirits hanging out with her. I was like, but Gretchen, what about the Holy Ghost?
Yeah. The Father, the Slade, and the Holy. Jen and Tamara both assume they're making their dolls about each other.
Right. Oh my gosh. I was like, that was actually great editing. The like dichotomy. I was like, I mean, I would have been, if I gotten those confessional things, I would have been like, this is exactly what I would have done too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we got to put these against each other because this just plays so well. But I will say, like, just like the entire group going, oh, did you just see the three of them walk out? I was like, the three of them hanging out together? Oh my gosh. What?
It literally took an act of God.
Voodoo works.
Yeah.
Voodoo works.
Alex Baskin was in the back with a doll, like these three. He's like pushing the needles. Oh. So after we need to talk about, because this is where it's heading. This is so the other women are in the voodoo shop. Gretchen, Shannon, Tamara have a moment alone on a bench, and this is where things start moving towards Katie. This is where Shannon asked how lunch with Katie went, and obviously she doesn't want to hear it went well. And Gretchen said, what did Gretchen say? That Gretchen tells Shannon that Katie told us, wait, how did it go? Gretchen said that Shannon called Katie a criminal and that you don't want to be around people who commit illegal acts.
Mm-hmm.
And Gretchen honestly leveled Shannon in that moment. It was so beautiful.
So good. It was so good. Well, because she's like, well, she's never done anything to me. And then she's like, would you want to be friends with somebody who commits illegal acts? And then Gretchen said, well, to be fair, Shannon, you have a DUI. And Shannon was just like,
the look on her face. I caught it. I froze it. The look on her face was she caught herself before cameras because she realized cameras. She was going to go on another one of those times. She was going to go on one of those late night drunk phone calls. I saw the way her mouth twisted. She was ready to unleash.
She was very close to one of her signature lines of how dare you accuse me of doing something I did.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
By the way, did you see Tamra posted a story? Because, people are very harsh on Tamra right now. And she said, I was going through a lot with Teddy and I was having like a mental break and stuff. And she ends her Instagram story with, maybe I should have gotten a DUI so I could have gotten some compassion. So I could have found, or maybe I should get a DUI so I could find some compassion around here. Boom.
Damn.
It's true. We know I wasn't like rooting for Shannon last season.
Right, exactly.
By her.
I will say though, you know what though, Tamara, this is the time when it is rules for thee, but not for me. This is the one time, because like sometimes in all the other things in Tamara's life, it is rules for thee, but not for me. Like I can come after you, but you can't come after me, and all this stuff. But this is the one time it is about like, oh, Shannon gets all this compassion, but I don't. Like, and it's like, well, yeah, actually, this is the one time. This is the one time. Like this is it. It's. I don't have a pithy comeback to that yet, but it's just because I think it's because like when you kind of have to like say it out loud, then you're not going to get it. It's like, it's just like, oh, what we were saying. Oh, well, like with the Valley, with Michelle saying, I'm going, like, why is Brittany getting all this sympathy? I'm going through a divorce too. Like my Jesse is as bad, if not worse than Jax. Everybody was like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, and that basically took any ability for anybody to have sympathy for her away. Yeah. So it's kind of the same thing. I mean, it's similar. Anyway, also just, never mind.
Well, we're about to get, though, to the centerpiece of the season so far, because this is where Tamra drops it.
Okay, well, this is one thing. I feel that Tamra drops it, but also Tamra completely set up this entire situation without Shannon and Gretchen really realizing it. Because Shannon breaks the ice about the Kiki Monique story. But like Tamra says to Shannon, well, maybe you should just give Katie another chance. And she's like, knowing that Shannon would kind of respond in this way of like, well, would you give somebody another chance who's telling lies on you and talking about illegal acts on you? And then she turns to Gretchen and is like, she went to Kiki Monique with this story here, that Katie told Gretchen, that Gretchen told Katie that Tamra roofied her, and that Katie apparently told Kiki Monique this story. And then of course Tamra piles on of like, well, allegedly, another media person told me this too. And I feel that like Tamra, like in a way that Gretchen and Shannon just played into this perfectly for Tamra to like
Mm-hmm.
let this come out. That's just me.
Somewhat. Well, first, we didn't. I mean, they've obviously watched, but so you guys know, just in case you're catching up, what Tamara dropped is that Kiki Monique, who's a podcaster and blogger, etc.
Content creator.
Yeah, she Katie met up with her and told her that Gretchen said that what we're talking about is a flashback of all flashbacks. We are talking about OG Don Gunvalson era OC, naked wasted. She, I don't even know what year it would have been, like 2008, 2009.
Yeah,
Tamara's
2009.
still married to Simon, the dinner party, the whole thing. Remember, Tamara and her son Ryan were going to get Gretchen so drunk she got naked wasted. And there were rumors floating that she hooked up with Tamara's son. And so that's what it is, in case you guys don't know the lore. But yeah, this was a callback of all callbacks. We're going back 16 plus years to the scene they're talking about here. And what it is that Katie is apparently telling bloggers that Gretchen has said that night she was literally roofied, not just made to get drunk, which was, they were talking about, give her more tequila. No, that she was roofied, which is very illegal. You're accusing people of major crimes, implying wrong show. I was gonna be like, we're talking, if we're on the Valley, we're also applying sexual assault. I just mean, this is a lot darker than they make it out. Just being like, oh, she got roofied, haha. No, this is that's you're accusing people of felonies. So yeah.
I mean, Gretchen is shocked, but you can also kind of tell, like, she doesn't. I felt like she didn't believe Tamra. Like she was like, this is shocking, this is very upsetting, like, oh my gosh, but like doesn't know what to think, because, and just as like kind of goes on throughout the episode of like, Katie's been my friend. Yes, she's a newer friend, but she's been my friend. She hasn't done anything to make me disbelieve her. But Tamra, I've known for almost 20 years, and she's like done plenty of
me
things
at every turn.
Yeah, talks bad about me, talks bad about my men, like all these type of things. Shannon jumps on the bandwagon very quickly.
Oh, Shannon is so excited about this. She's like, see, Gretchen, see, Katie's not your friend. Katie's not your friend. See, I told you so. You're going to drop her, right? You're going to help me stab her, right? Like, I mean, Shannon is so thrilled by this.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. And then Shannon even asked, how long have you been holding on to this, Tamara? And Tamara's like, about 4 weeks. And I was like, that's what she does. She gets information like this, and then she holds on to it. And like drops it. I mean, it's that's what good housewives do. That's what evil maniacal people do.
Like, thank you. No.
Personally, I'm just gonna say it now. Personally, I think the whole thing is a lie that was made up by Tamra. But I'm willing to be shown out, because there's more that's going to be coming out later on. So I don't know.
Another content creator who actually we follow, she follows us, did one, I think on TikTok, the Bravo Mom. She did one. I think she released it yesterday or the day before. She lives down, I guess, in Orange County. And she said too, Katie told her that story and has told her some really dark things about the cast. But of course, we don't know. I mean, maybe she wants to get in the clout game too. I don't know. But it's on TikTok, I believe. And she said no, she's met up with Katie, and Katie told her that story and a lot of really dark story. Like, basically, Katie is, according to the Bravo Mom, what Tamra is saying. But I'm not getting in the we're not in that game. I don't.
No,
So
no,
I don't
no.
really care what other people do.
I don't like. I would rather say I think it's a lie and then be proven wrong and go, okay, they got me. Like, because that's like I don't believe Tamra, but I also like I don't know. Like I've said on previous, I was like, people are dark. Humanity is dark. Like, and some people go, why would somebody say this? They don't need a reason. They literally don't. Like, people will just lie just to lie.
That applies to Katie too, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's
okay.
that's what I mean. If that wasn't clear, like Katie could just be a liar. Like she could just be like whatever. And we could try to pathologize it like all we want of like, you know, her background or whatever. But some people just lie. And it's just, and for there's no good reason. They lied for like they just do. And we will never understand people like that.
Here's a good litmus. That's the right word. Do we know? Because either of them could be lying. I mean, Katie could be lying. Tamra, I'm excited to find out.
Yeah.
I don't. What are Gretchen and Katie? Because we know Katie and Jen have fallen apart. They are no longer friends as of now.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder if Katie and Gretchen are still friends. That's a good tell.
The only thing, okay, see, I wrote I think the whole thing is a lie here. What did I write later on? I don't know, because we should probably speed things up because we're not even halfway through the episode.
Oh my God.
But I think it's because maybe I wrote something down where like maybe it is because, and I just lost my train of thought. Because wait a minute, because maybe it's not a lie because Katie is not in the last trip. Like she's been ostracized from this group. You know, and there's a thing of like, I would hate for her to have been ostracized over a lie that Tamra told. You know, I would hate for her to be ostracized over maybe racism. You know what I mean? Like I would hate for any of that stuff, but I would also hate for her to be included in a group and she's a huge liar, like telling like really big lies, like felonious lies. About people. I don't know. So I don't know what to believe. But that's the whole point of these shows. That like that's the problem with doing what we do on this podcast is that we have our opinions, but our opinions are of the moment of what we're seeing and what we're being shown, and they can change later on by what we are shown. So is life too. So yeah. Also, another thing is like Tamra's like apologizing to Gretchen there too and like buttering her up. I was in a bad place back then. I was with Simon. Like, you're so cute. You're so beautiful. You're a mom now. And you can just see Gretchen like still sees, like she wants to believe this, like that good Christian girl part of her wants to believe this part of her. Wants to believe this part of him. But you can also like do this. And I did find it funny though when Gretchen like starts like crying a little bit later. She's like, I can't be back in this shit again. I was like, then why the fuck are you on the show?
She's been waiting 12 years to get back in this. So that part.
Yeah. I did write this down. I highlighted it that because Shannon's like, we're going to find this out. I was like, oh, Columbo Beador is on the case. Right.
Yeah.
She's coming after Katie Ginella. Katie Ginella.
Okay. Shannon was on Jeff Lewis's show this week too, and she got one of those. I never trust when Housewives say this. I never trust when Andy Cohen says it. She's like, you'll have to watch the rest of the season. More to come. More is going to come out. By the end of the season, you're going to agree with me. I just never. No, never.
Who knows?
No. I mean, I totally get but I hate when they do. I know that you have to do that. It's media training, but I was just like, I don't. Like when Andy Cohen says this is the best season yet, you know it's going to suck.
Oh, when they say that, it's like this is the most dramatic season of The Bachelor ever, the most dramatic episode, the most dramatic rose ceremony ever. Oh God, stop it. Okay,
so what?
Getting ready for
the
dinner.
Big dinner.
Yeah.
I did like, it was cute. It was just a brief little light exchange where Heather's FaceTiming Terry. They're getting ready for the big cast dinner where all the drama's going down. He's like, "Oh, did you show your boobs?" She's like,
No.
Her response was that Mardi Gras beads aren't made of diamonds, so no.
Yep. I'm with her on that.
That's such a Joan Rivers line. She has one: "If you want me to exercise, put diamonds on the floor."
Oh, that's funny.
And then this is going to be used against Tamra later with that. Tamra and Shannon are. This is the bonding moment. They're they're back in that, going to each other's room, getting ready together, gearing up for the night. That means you are a team. They are, even if Shannon doesn't realize it, she is easing back into that routine.
That's why I was like, Tamara's totally manipulating Shannon at this moment. I mean, but oh my God, she's showing up with a drink. And then she's like, "It's water." I was like, that is Sauvignon Blanc. Girl.
Okay. I've seen online, I think it was confusion. I think that Tamara was joking about the water because she goes, "What? It's water." She says, "I'm nervous." Like, she's admitting she's drinking.
Yes.
People online were like, "She's hiding drinks. Look at the color." She was laughing about it.
No, I'm with you. She was being sarcastic. That's what I felt that she was being. She was like, "What? It's water. I'm nervous, Shannon." I was like, "Yeah, no." She had like, and then she took it in the car with her as roadie. It's like, because you can in Louisiana, or at least last time I knew you could take a roadie with you. But yeah, and it just was like, oh my gosh, yeah. Gina has Tamara pegged as an opportunist, though. Like in her little confessional, when Tamara is like telling the group in the car on the ride to dinner, like the whole thing, she had her pegged. She was like, this is an opportunity for Tamara to to take Katie down, to like get back in with Gretchen, to get back in with Shannon. Like, it's an opportunity. And I was like, yep.
Gina is playing both sides, and she's going up against Tamara at this point. And I think this is her. She was always the younger one, the newbie, the whatever. What if Gina is the mastermind here? She's sending Katie. She knows Katie's not going to survive this, and now she's going to rise to veteran status.
I was realizing Katie and Emily have been on the show now for like 7 years.
No, Gina.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry, Gina.
Yeah, Jesus.
All these girl names, I can't keep them straight.
That's veteran status. Dorinda wasn't on New York for 7 seasons, and people think of her as an OG. Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Gina is earning her keep. Gina is earning her keep. She's stepped it up the past couple of seasons. Emily is a filler. Yeah. I mean, if they needed to chop someone, I'm just saying she wouldn't be missed.
I mean, I'm fine with her staying. So unless they found like somebody like phenomenal, but like what else?
Yeah, but I just mean, like, if you're looking at the game of recasting, I'm like, I can't believe Emily's made it 7 years.
Yeah. I think her chemistry with Gina has kept it there.
They seem to be going separately, though. I don't mean as like their friendship ending. I mean, where I think Gina started improving as a housewife is last season, when she stopped only filming with Emily. It wasn't a duo anymore, and they were getting along with opposite sides. So I think Gina's stepping up as a housewife. Emily is just like filler, transitional segments. Oh, Shane.
Puppy parades.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me with powdered sugar all over my pants.
Yeah. So here we are at the big dinner.
Okay, Tamara having hiccups as soon as she got there. I was like, is she drunk already? Like, I mean, unless I like down a bunch of like soda really fast, like hiccups, that means I'm drunk usually. But yeah, also her eyes got very relaxed between like being in the car and being at that dinner table. it was very quickly downhill.
I wonder how long that really went from, say, her getting to Shannon's hotel room with her little glass of white wine to the car to the hotel, because it looks to us like it could have been an hour with continuous pours. They make sure your favorite alcohols are available, producers, within arm's reach, I mean, that's the point of a cast trip. So I wonder if that was still the same glass of wine. Because, I mean, she was like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm with Jen though, what Jen says later is like, did you take a Xanax? Because while she gets belligerent later on, she's that more subdued belligerent. It's not like what we saw at the dinner at Katie's last season when she like went off at Ryan and Jen. It's not like the private dinner that she had when she went off on Shannon. Like, do you know what I mean? Like when she's like just only drunk, there's just a ferocity about her.
Oh, she's spaced out. She's spaced out.
Yeah, it wasn't just alcohol.
And that's what was tripping the women out, because I think they were used to poking the tiger. No, she had like a 3-second delay between what they'd say. She'd just stare off. And I think Tamra's admitted it was a Xanax or something with her drink.
I haven't heard that, but at the same time, I haven't been on the socials as much the last couple of days. So, I will say this, to me, in a way, the way the girls kind of ended up treating her was kind of Scary Island dinner-esque. They weren't going after her as hard as like the women went after Kelly Ben Simone, but when they realized, they were like, something's not right. Everybody was like, what's like, okay. Like when Jen was like, okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore, because I don't feel like this is going to go anywhere, because like, you're not right. You're not okay. Like, all this stuff, which was funny because both Tamara and both Kelly were like, what do you mean I'm not all right? It's like, you're not.
I wonder, I'm trying to think of the setup for this dinner, and that, did Tamara go in knowing it was going to be her against the world?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I was going to say, but I might be wrong. I know she's going to say the Xanax probably was from what she's dealing with Teddy and stuff. But I was thinking also, look at how frustrated the women were getting. Did she take the Xanax to rob them of the reaction they wanted to get out of her? She's not stupid.
No,
but
she's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think that she went in there thinking that she had everybody on her side, because she did. She had Shannon on her side. She has Heather on her side. I think she thought she had Gina on her side. Emily will go whichever way the wind is blowing. She knew she didn't have Jen on her side. She knew she didn't have Katie, but like she thought she had Gretchen, because the way that she reacted to Gretchen, that was the key. Like the way she said that she was blindsided by Gretchen. She's like, you were crying over. Gretchen was like, I wasn't crying over that. I was upset about that, about what you told me that Katie said, but I wasn't like crying. Like she's blindsided. And I was like, how are you fucking blindsided? Like, you guys have been enemies for over a decade. And you think that with one fell swoop, you can just change that right around, like without any proof, without anything, just that she's just going to believe you. Just all of a sudden, y'all were fighting like 24 hours ago, and all of a sudden she's going to believe you.
Did you catch when where Gretchen says why she doesn't believe her, and she said she spoke to Slade, and Slade reminded her of who Tamara has been to her.
And I'm not a Slade fan, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I'm kind of glad we're not getting, it's not a duo, it's not Spidey, it's not Heidi. What's her name?
So far.
Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag. That's how it was in the old, that's like, but I do like hearing his name once in a while. Like, that's such a throwback. But
yeah. He's not wrong. Broken clock is right twice a day. Like he's not wrong about that, like, but yeah, it was very interesting because Tamra just flipped the moment she knew that Gretchen didn't believe her implicitly. Like, and that she just, and Gretchen didn't even have to say it necessarily. She's just like, I do want to have it. Gretchen was actually being very diplomatic and very nice to Tamra when they were standing outside the room having that conversation, and Katie was even there. She's like, I do want to have a conversation with you. I do want to talk about this stuff. But it was like, oh, you don't believe me? Fuck you. I'm out. Like, fuck you. And then going back, she doesn't believe me. Da-da. I was like, okay, childish much. Okay, whatever.
Which was your favorite meltdown? Because I actually, the Tamra one, it was like a little spacey. The Tamra meltdown was not a show of it wasn't a game of chess between masters. She was a little sloppy. None of them are that great at it. I loved watching Shannon's meltdown instead. That revealed her true. She's like ready to punch the table. She's like, I can't stand you, Katie. She's like,
I wanted to go ahead.
I was gonna say, if Tamara was on Xanax, Shannon was on Adderall because she was so angry, so amped up.
All I could see in my head when like she was doing that, I was like, it was the Ramona Singer in St. Bart's of like, you need to calm down, take a Xanax. Like, that's what she needed. She needed the Xanax. She needed to calm the fuck down. Oh my gosh. Stop fighting everybody else's fights for them.
Well, she's trying in this scene more than Tamara. I think Shannon's the opportunist here. She has nothing to do with this. And Katie even tells her, like, I've owned it and this isn't your fight anyway, Shannon. Why do you care? She is looking for any excuse to get Katie iced out.
Yep. Absolutely.
I mean, she's gleeful about this. She's like, what is her anger? It creeps me out. Like,
although it was interesting. Not that there's a switch on how Shannon is feeling about Katie, but kind of the more inebriated isn't the right word, but like I'm just going to use the word inebriated, that Tamara is acting like towards everybody. You could kind of almost see Shannon though go, well, wait a minute. Is Tamara telling the truth? Is she right? Like, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? Like, I could kind of see like Shannon's wheels kind of turning of like, well, maybe. Like, she kind of was questioning it. And even in her confessional, she was like, then questioning it a bit of like, well, wait a minute. You just told me earlier in the day that you weren't going to drink that you would only have one drink and that they would never see you drunk ever again. And here you are just now a few hours later. Like, so was your apology, fake? Is everything fake here? And I was like, girl.
Shannon's also probably enjoying it because of after last season, she wants to see Tamara drunk.
I would, for sure. For sure. The way Tamara just like stood up and walked out,
I loved her on her way out, just randomly texting people, F you.
Yeah.
F you, I'm done. And they're all checking their phone. Wait, she didn't do. She literally text message style was like, F you, you're cool, F you. They're all checking their phone to see who Tamara's done with.
Oh my gosh. It was always like in her confessional though, it's like always pretty much like the gist of it is like, I'm not perfect, but everybody else needs to love me and give me a pass. Like always that. I was like, bored. And also like all this, like, I think Emily was calling around of like, you say you're going through all this personal growth. I'm like, personal growth, my ass. Like, no, oh my God. But Jen actually hit the nail on the head that she was using a lie about Katie to get Gretchen and Shannon back. Like now we are questioning, is this really a lie? So let's just say Tamara's using this story about Katie to get Tamara and Gretchen back. I mean, she is using it. to try to get them back. Whether or not it works, I don't know. We're going to see in the long run.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, part of it is too, like, if Tamara is lying, then that's what she's doing. But there is also the chance that Katie really did say that stuff.
But there's also like the point that, like, okay, so Tamara found this out. She drops this story to Heather, knowing that Heather will somehow disseminate this information a little bit, you know, but she also holds on to it so that she can disseminate this information. She has this story, period, whether it's true or not. Like, she has this story and she knows that she's going to use it to get, because she's the one who was able to tell everybody that Katie filmed Shannon. So that starts, you know, Shannon hating Katie, you know, deteriorating that relationship. Like, she's able to like mastermind kind of that. That's what I'm saying. It's a whole way to like get Shannon back in the fold and maybe get Gretchen back in the fold. There's more. I'm sure there's more in the season that'll happen. I mean, we're only on episode 6, and I'm sure there's
they're usually what, 18,
10, 11 more to go. Yeah.
Oh.
To be continued.
Yeah. I think we can take a wild guess that Tamara's going to come back to the show.
Right.
I do. That's right. Not only was she texting people, she was issuing Instagram stories, which I remember that day. We all kind of do. I mean, that went up. She did that in real time because they were still at the table filming when Tamara's Instagram story went up. So that wasn't done for production, spliced in from like...
No, she's so, oh my gosh. But we all also knew, we were like, girl, no, you can't. You're not going to do this. You'll never see my face again.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I guess, so we have another New Orleans episode, I guess, or at least partially. So I don't know how much longer they're in New Orleans. Well, they're supposed to go on some like boat trip.
Oh, like on one of those airboats, those airvet boats. I don't know the word for it.
Yeah. Whatever they are. Somebody can tell us.
You know, it's like, I was going to say it's what Lana Del Rey husband rides around in. Like one of those, he's like a gator wrestler or something. You guys, I'm not cut out for the bayou. I don't... You know, they're like those floaty motorboats, but they have a giant fan on the back and you go through the swamps.
I mean, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
But I just don't know what they're called either.
Oh.
So. I know what the Mississippi River is, but, you know, I don't know what those boats are called.
Yeah.
I'm sure I do somewhere in my head, but yeah. I'm not a boat person.
These aren't my kind of boats.
No, they're not a yacht.
Well, on that note, I feel like I took a Xanax. I'm a little like happy Monday. No. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow, share.
Help us get our own boat, our own yacht.
And you know, depending on who you want to dig anything into, or like you want to like throw us into the wrestling ring with, or the mud pit, the swamp, if you want to just like start DMing Housewives and saying that other Housewives told us horrible things about that.
Stop.
Dear Ramona. No. Jill Zarin said
no. I don't want to all of a sudden wake up to having a voice note from Jill Zarin. Stacy. This is Jill Zarin. A little birdie told me.
How could you say this about my Bobby? Oh my God. Well, I guess instead of getting us in fights with Ramona and Jill, the best thing you can do is subscribe and follow. Tell your witch queens, tell your voodoo life coaches.
Yes. don't make voodoo dolls of us unless they're favorable voodoo dolls of us that you love and that you will feed and only spank lovingly in a Heather Dubrow kind of way.
Yeah, on that note.
Au revoir.